Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody. Let's see. Hi, everyone. I am Christ's masterpiece. I love it. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. That is awesome. I love that. I'm Christ's masterpiece. Hi, everybody. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Facebook. Hello, Instagram. Show one jump. That's my dad will say. God rest his soul. And I'll be mama. Sure, when just everything jump. Like, what the hell is jumping? Hi, everyone. 𝒊𝒎𝒒𝒂𝒏𝒕. Hello, Miss. I want to say her name. Crimnet. You know. Hello, Mr. Dahim. Hello, everyone. Coming in. Come on. Hello, BG Pumpkin. Thank you. Rolling 247. I was telling Chris here today, no, yesterday, because it was really, it was like summer, in Alabama, and it was like, so the sun, whenever the sun hits my hair, it's completely like white. You can't even see the pepper, but it's like salt. And I was like, I'll be damned. Like this thing really is like gray. Yeah. So where people were like, yeah, but it's just different. Like, okay. It is what it is. Come on in. Hi, everyone. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Facebook. Hello, everyone. My internet is back full force. Listen, you can't function without internet, I tell you. Come on in. Let's talk immigration. How was everybody's weekend? I know it's Tuesday, but my weekend usually starts on Tuesday. So, how's everyone's weekend? How's everyone's weekend? Say hello, say hello. And you already know the drill. Let me know if you have questions, put them in the comment section, and we will get to questions later on. But can you guys believe we're almost in May? I always say every year, January. Hey, Miss Joy, I sent you an email. Did you get my email? Are you serious? What state? Dara. What state was that? Congratulations. She said she just passed the bar exams. Y'all have no idea what it is to pass the bar exam, especially if you take the bar exam in February. Like Texas, congratulations. Oh, that is awesome. I'm telling you. Okay, that's fine, Miss Jory. No problem. That is awesome. Congratulations. Welcome. Welcome to the club. Hopefully you're Everyone say congratulations to all our Mumsy Dar. That is awesome. Listen. If you haven't, like, when you take the bar exam, that's a kind of exam that just shuts everything down for you. Like, you never want to take an exam or test ever in your life. In my case, taking the you're welcome, taking the Alabama bar and then taking the New York bar. That was like, and raising two kids. Listen, sometimes it's like, why in the world am I doing this to myself? Then I remember that I had to get out of a marriage that I was in, so I didn't have a choice but to have a clear path. I'm not kidding. Now we can laugh about it, but it wasn't funny then. So we thank God. Yes, you think I have gray hair for no reason? Listen. It's great. I can never the bar exam, and then everything is quiet. They're spaced out. Most states use like warehouse looking buildings. It's so intimidating. And like, what the heck? And then you sit for the exam, and you come out of the exam thinking, was that written in English or what kind of language is that? And you're convinced like, oh, that's not how I'm gonna pass. Like, hey, just get ready to take it again. And then you get your result at 3 a.m. in the morning, and you can't even sleep for the next 48 hours. People, Anyway, congratulations. That is amazing. That's an achievement. I pray that God gives you favor. I pray that God gives you direction. I pray that whatever it is your heart desires that you want, if you wanted to come into immigration, I have mentees that I have, but I cannot take on anymore. But if you have a question or two, I will be more than happy to give you some direction. And I wish you all the best. Anyway, all right, people. Hi, Mr. Regent. Hello, hello, hello. Let's talk immigration. So, wanting to come on, there's been a lot of updates. If you need to contact my office, number is 334-341-4475. Visit our website at olalalawfirm.com. So that each my website is Google based, so they send you analytics each month and all that. So the month of March, we had a lot of visits. So thank you for those who stopped by on the website. But if you haven't been there, my website is very, very simple. I'm that kind of person that tech things I don't speak tech language. If I have to go on a website and I cannot easily navigate that site, I'm off. So that's the concept behind my website. It's very, very easy to navigate. Whatever it is you're looking for is right there. Once again, that's olalalawfirm.com. You can also send a text to our office number, 334-341-4475. Share our page on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Finally made it to over 1,000 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. My heart is always filled with gratitude. You've got to live a life of gratitude each day because God gives us a reason. There's always something in every day that you can find to be thankful for. Just breathing, that you're still alive, is enough to be. It's enough reason to be thankful. So anyway, all right. So I wanted to come this evening because a lot of people are like, okay, you talked about this 2 weeks ago. You talked about this 2 weeks ago. olalalawfirm.com. Let me see if I can give me 1 second. Lawfirm.com. So there it is. So there's been a lot of updates, new policies, a whole lot that is shifting, all that in the immigration world. So this evening is just a summary of everything that's been going on and letting you guys know what's going on, what to expect in the coming months, and to be on the lookout for things, if current policies apply to you, for you to be able to do that and see what applies to you and be proactive about your cases. So I think since February, March, we've had, quite a few updates. So let's start with the USCIS plan to reduce backlogs. So they're expanding premium processing to some applications. They are planning to extend into applications like national interest waiver. National interest waiver is an employment-based petition where you can self-petition for yourself based on your qualifications, and you having a proposed plan to benefit the national economy. They're also planning to extend premium processing to EADs. Now, we got 3 EADs in the office today, all VAG-related cases. The most recent one was filed November. The one was filed in August, and another one was filed in October, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go look. But I still have cases that were filed in May, in February last year, that is outside of a person time, and it's driving me nuts because there's a particular case that's very dear to my heart that I have sent emails to Vermont Service Center. I've sent like, they're probably going to write me one day and go, ma'am, you've got to stop. Because it's just getting ridiculous. Anyway, but they're planning to expand the premium processing. Premium processing basically is you having the ability to request that USCIS process your case with it, and it's guaranteed to be processed within 2 weeks if you pay the additional filing fee for that, processing fee for that. Also, they're also trying to start this internal new cycle time goals, where they're setting goals for themselves, where they want to be able to adjudicate citizenship in 6 months. They want to be adjudicate I-145 in 6 months, I-130 immediate relatives in 6 months, I-129F fiance visa in 6 months, motion to reopen, motion to reconsider, I-360 in 6 months. Now, this is where we're not sure about the I-360, what it applies to. I-360 is used for special immigrant, juvenile immigrant, religious worker, widowers petition, and vow. So as far as what exactly is going to be the goal for their goal within their goal to process in 6 months, we do not know if it's everything that is filed that the I-360 is used for, or is it going to be specific petitions under the I-360 form. So advanced, but if you're not using the premium processing, they're planning to process advanced parole, 765 work authorization, change of status, extension of status within 3 months, I-129, which is for non-immigrant, temporary non-immigrant work visas, or I-140, which is for immigrant petition for an alien worker. They're trying to process those in 2 months. But if you do premium processing, they currently I-129 and I-140, you can have premium processing. So I-129 is what you use for H-1B, R-1 visas. Those ones have premium processing already. So that's that as far as their plan to combat backlogs. Now, there are other things that they have talked about. Let's move on to the removal proceedings now. In the removal proceedings world, effective yesterday, there has been a policy that ICE attorneys have to now categorize and classify cases based on whether it's non-priority or priority cases. Non-priority cases basically means you have no criminal record. So people who are just in immigration proceedings, because you were referred from an asylum office, or you were referred because you've accrued unlawful presence, you're not a risk to the country, you're not a security threat. They're recommending and almost mandating in some situations for ICE attorneys to, on their own motion, without even your defense attorney or not criminal defense, but immigration defense attorney having to request, they're asking them to exercise on their own volition prosecutorial discretion to dismiss cases, to also administrative closed cases that may benefit from that. I'm glad to report that I've had 2 cases that have been terminated. The proceedings have been terminated. We had I-485 pending. So what would happen is the I-485 will now revert back to USCIS jurisdiction, and my clients are no longer in removal proceedings. That is, listen, if I can get someone to sleep better at night, not thinking that, okay, it's not funny, but that's the reality of life. That's a win. So I have at least 5 still pending. There's one attorney that's told me not to email him again because I have OCD behavior, and I just didn't hear anything from him, and I decided, okay, you're going to respond to me one way or the other. So he said, no more, leave it alone. Okay, so that's that on non-priority on proceedings in immigration court. Now, also, USCIS has extended the timeline for responding to RFEs, notice of intent to deny, notice of intent to revoke, your N-336, which is what you filed to request a hearing if you have your N-400 denied. In the past, N-360 did not have as much time as far as having 90 days. However, now, if you file a request for a hearing on the denial of an N-400, you have additional 60 days from the 30 days. So you have 90 days altogether to file that. And as long as they issued that notice of intent to deny, whatever notice that qualifies for this, as long as it was issued between March 1st, 2020 and July 25th, 2022, they are anticipating that this is going to be the final extension they're going to make. We'll see, because, a whole lot was because of COVID. COVID has really died down. So that is part of what they're saying, that things would start to get better, and so they may not have to extend that. But as far as now is concerned, rather than the normal 30 days to file an I-290B or 33 days, you have the extended time as long as that decision was made between March 1st, 2020 and July 25th, 2022. Okay, so what else? Let's see. Oh, if you qualify for TPS status as someone who is from Ukraine or Cameroon. So as of April 19, a week ago exactly today, you could start applying and filing your applications for TPS status for 18-month period. Basically, what TPS allows is you cannot, for the duration of that TPS period, which right now is 18 months, usually it's extended. You cannot be, it's more or less like a deferred action. You cannot be placed in removal proceedings, and you are able to apply for work authorization. So the ones that are most recent are for citizens of Cameroon and citizens of Ukraine. Ukraine, you had to be present in the United States, physically present on or before April 11, 2022. As far as, and also for Sudan, you have to have been present for on or before March 1, 2022. So those you can start filing. So I back up a little bit. Ukraine and Sudan, they've started filing. Cameroon has been designated, but there is no timeline for them to start filing yet. The one that you can start filing is if you're a citizen of Cameroon, of Ukraine and Sudan. I will anticipate, and for Cameroon, it will be as long as you have been present, physically present in the United States on or before April 14, 2022. Now, it's either you are a citizen of a country that has been designated for TPS status, or even if you are not a citizen of that country, you actually resided in that country, but prior to coming to the United States and you call that country home, you would also qualify for the TPS status. And I think lastly, last update that I want to talk about is the I-751, what they're calling a risk-based approach for conditional permanent resident interviews. Long story short, USCIS is trying to cut off this excessive, and when I say excessive, wait to get an interview for your conditional residency, moving from a conditional resident to a full-time resident, in the sense of you're going from a 2-year green card to a 10-year green card. It has been mandatory that if you got your 2-year green card at the embassy or consulate, whenever you get into the country, you will be mandated to actually attend an interview, either before you file jointly with your spouse, or if you're doing a self-petition, then you're filing by yourself, meaning good faith divorce, good faith abuse, good faith death, or extreme hardship. You don't have to prove good faith and extreme hardship, but that's the hardest ground to prove. Now, their plan is, if you are able to send in enough evidence, whether you got your conditional residency status at the embassy or consulate, or you adjusted status in the country, whether you're filing jointly with your spouse or you're filing a waiver-based petition, meaning self-petition, as long as it's not a complex case, there is no misrepresentation or fraud in your case, you have no criminal history that is going to render you removable, meaning that is a ground to be placed in removal proceedings, and you have sent in sufficient evidence to prove good faith marriage, then they will have the discretion to waive your interview and just send you your 10-year green card. That's a mouthful. So those are just a few of all the updates that's been going on in the immigration world. Now, I don't know how I'm still functioning because I didn't go to bed until about 1:30 a.m. and I was up by 5:30. I don't know how I function. I'm wired. And I don't drink coffee. Because I was tell Chris, if I drink coffee, I'll be bouncing off the wall. I'm telling you. But anyway, so that's that. See, I didn't even remember with all of that we just talked about. I did not even remember how to tell you how excited I was. I just literally just turned on or put on the topic on YouTube, where you can see it on Instagram, but on YouTube and Facebook. But that's the topic, just in case you're wondering or just joining. It says, in case you missed it, immigration updates. Listen, it is what it is. But anyway, okay, so let's go to questions, and now we'll start on YouTube and Facebook. So, all right, hold on, let me take this out. So the topic is, in case you missed the immigration updates. Okay, I will start with Song Salami. USCIS status updated to correspondence received, and it's under review on I360. That's about, if they need anything from me, they will let me know. Means what? That's exactly what it means. So this is a very, very common status change when it comes to USCIS updates. And basically what it just means is something has happened. Either they're now actually reviewing your case, or you send in a change of address to them, or you send in additional evidence in your case. Something has happened, and they just letting you know. They will not put what exactly it is, besides, okay, we sent you a request for evidence. But as far as saying, for instance, we received a letter, received your psychological evaluation, they're not going to do that. So this is a default generic update that it will be. And if there's something that they're requesting from you, they'll let you know. Sometimes you would actually get this update if they're already working on your case and your case is about to be approved, knock on wood, hopefully. And it just, it's nothing serious. Agatha Small, after that approval, what is the chance of getting the green card? Not really sure I understand what you mean, the chance of getting the green card. If you don't have any, and disclaimer, this is just general information, responding to questions, nothing specific to your case. If you need anything that you, consultation or advice regarding your case, you would have to set up a proper consultation. That's $130 for 30 minutes, $230 for an hour. So, this is just general information. The mail alert came on, action was taken on your case. They'll receive prima facie in January. What does it mean? If you have, for instance, if you got your fingerprints done, normally that would say if your fingerprints apply to your case, but it can be anything. I wouldn't worry about it at all. Okay. So if you don't have any inadmissibility issues generally when you apply for your green card, then that will be the next stage after your VA has been approved. Good evening, Celia Ennis. Good evening. Processing time for VA is going to be 6 months. Not what you're saying is about to start happening. That's not what I'm saying. Hear me loud and clear now. That's not what I'm saying. I-360 is not used just for VA cases. USCIS intends to process several applications and petitions within a 6-month period. I-360 is one of those petitions. However, they have not specified what exactly is going to be covered under the I-360. I-360 is used for religious worker. It's used for widow's petition. It's used for VA. So what specific visa that you're filing an I-360 for that they intend to process within 6 months, they have not specified. I've made that very clear. Don't quote me and say, hey, the attorney said it's going to be 60. No, no, no. That's not what I'm saying, because this video is going to be out there for anyone to see. So that's not what I'm saying, Cydia. Kara Reed, I applied for VAL last year. I do it through my lawyer. I give her everything I have and I don't get anything back. Contact your lawyer. You should have at least a receipt notice showing that your case was sent. See, I'm the kind of person that in my firm, for instance, the whole week I was out, that threw me off. That threw my schedule. It set me back a whole week because I review every case. I'm still the only attorney in my firm. If you want to get an attorney, I probably will still review their work. let's tell the truth. But the whole week without internet, it threw me off. But those who are waiting, like for instance, we have a pile of receipt notices, and for me, I have to enter all those receipt numbers in our account, and then we scan it to clients. But you're not going to be, if I have a receipt notice that we haven't scanned, you would at least get an email from me saying, hey, we've got your notices. We just haven't scanned it. We'll scan it to you as soon as possible. But if I send out a case, the day we send it, at least within a couple of days, or like I said, last week, I didn't have access to being able to scan because at home, which I work a lot from home, I have that high-speed internet. The one in my office, I'm an Ijebu woman, so I don't have to pay high speed twice. So the one in the office cannot transfer the amount of file that, like, I have pages of sometimes 500 pages in a file. And the one in my office, I pay $50 a month. So go figure. But the one in the house, 500 pages of a file, it will download it, and I can get a Dropbox link in less than a minute. And so if I email clients and say, hey, we've got this sent. This is a copy of your postage receipt, but we can't transfer your file to you yet because I ain't got no internet. But the point is, I don't wait for a client to ask me, can you send me a copy of my file? You get a copy of your file because it's your life. You need to know what's going on in your case. Everyone that I represent has a complete copy of their file. So ask your lawyer, Kara Reed, for a complete copy of your file. Santana Onyago, if your I-130 is approved and 485 is pending, can you get EAD or it would be stopped? Why would it be stopped if your 485 is pending? Your EAD is based on your pending 485, not on your I-130. Healthy Food Kitchen, I applied for VAL case in February. Still, I did not receive receipts. It's not normal, but it's not unusual. I actually have a case that I sent out March 11. I still sent an email to the Vermont Service Center today saying, hey, y'all, I have proof of the person. Not only do I have proof that it was delivered, I have proof of the person who was signed for my package. My client needs it. We need to send it to the field office to let them know that, yes, we did actually send the file for VAL. Where's my receipt? But what I'm seeing in my case is this. In my firm, the cases that I have not, or that are taking longer to get receipt notices from Vermont Service Center, are cases that we switch from a regular marriage base to a VAL case. That's what I've noticed in all the cases, because I sit down, like every single person's case. If you call me today and say, Attorney Olale, what's the update in my case? I'm not looking to Giselle or Carla or Gammy or Karen, those are my girls, to say, hey, what's the update? No. I know everyone's case. I can give you an update of your case because I know exactly what the status of your case is. So for me, it's important to know and to assess and to see, okay, what's going on. That's what we've been able to see, like, okay, we're looking through it, like, yes, all the ones that have been delayed are those that we converted from a pending regular marriage base to a VAL case. And then those receipt notices, we did not get them on time. I don't know why, but that's what I've noticed in my firm. The Stars family, any updates on VAL? The video is going to be up so you can watch the video. Peacefully pampered and pretty. That's a mouthful. If my VA is approved, does it guarantee I-485 approval? No, it does not. Best KZ. Oh, removal order was congratulations, and VA application needs to be done. How easy could this be? That is a consultation right there. That's not something it's a yes or no question. No. If you don't have an attorney, please get yourself one. You're now out of removal proceedings. Like I said, I got two. So that is good. And so you can deal with USCIS. If you're having questions, then you need to get yourself a lawyer. Beautiful, undocumented. I'm going to switch to Instagram. Okay, so I still let me hold on, y'all, before I lose power on my computer. Let's see, put it in here and okay. Beautiful, undocumented, but my mom is going for biometrics for citizenship soon. Can she file for me, adult, a married child, and do a change of status within the U.S.? If you're undocumented, no, you're going to have to leave. Okay. All right, let's go to Instagram. 𝐸𝐴𝐺 Monica, how does Asylum work? Please shed more light. You got to go on I've done quite a number of videos on Asylum, so you will have to go and watch videos I've done on Asylum. That's not something I can explain right now. Sexy Driz, does anyone travel on their travel documents from VA? Yes. We sent a couple renewals out today. I have 2 clients, 2, 3 that traveled within the last 2 months and are back in the country. UK, Nigeria, yeah, everybody's fine. Now, keep in mind, disclaimer, advanced parole, someone was told that they could travel on a prima facie determination, like they could use it to travel while the VA is suspended. Please hear me loud and clear. Do not leave the country expecting that you will be granted admission back based on a prima facie determination. You will not come back. It is not a travel document. It gives you benefits. That's not one of the benefits. I am 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. Just get a prima facie determination renewal. What does that mean? That's simply what it means. Your case is still pending. Okay. Let's see. I have a VA case pending. Can I file for my children? If you have minor children, unmarried, under the age of 21, you can include them in the VA petition. If they're not in the country, once you get your case approved, that you request that the approval notice be sent to the embassy or consulate where they are so that they can apply for immigrant visas. Dan 447-22020. What's your question? Okay. Hello, Ms. Winola. How are you doing? Okay, let's see. I'm scanning through questions. I'm not going to be able to answer everything. Crimnet, does it mean if one files I-130 now, it would take... That's not what I'm saying. So they have not... The internal cycle goals is something that is internal, just like it says. It's something that they have, it's a goal they have now set for themselves to see if they can actually process I-130 immediate relative, meaning spouse of a U.S. citizen, parent of a U.S. citizen, minor child of a U.S. citizen. That's the only I-130 specifically in their plan. So they're looking to see that if they can process that in 6 months. If they're able to keep up with that, then that internal cycle goal will now translate and become the new processing times. So That is potentially what it means, Miss Annette. But as far as whether we'll know if they're able to keep with that is based on them timing themselves and see if they're able to do that internally. And then that becomes the new norm as far as processing time. I hope that answers your question. Okay. So I'm just trying to see what other questions gonna help. Can someone with green card go to Dubai and marry her man? You can go anywhere, marry anyone. It's about if you can file, but yes, if you're green card holder, you can file an I-130 petition for the person. Yes, we have a new attorney in the house, Ola Momsidar. So let me tell you something, y'all. Until you have sat for the bar exam, don't even tell me anything about it. So if you cannot relate, you have to go through. It's like an initiation. You've got to go through it to understand what it's like. Like, see, my hair isn't gray for no reason. My hair's not gray for no reason. But my mom used to tell me growing up that I've always loved studying and I've always loved school. Um, I don't think I love school anymore. That's what the bar exam has done. Like, I think my advice to anyone is if you can do your bar exams before you have children, but listen, I take that back. God's plan is always the best because you just never know what his plans are. But if you have children, don't let that be a deterrent. And if you have a goal, it may take you years to actually achieve it, but don't ever give up because I don't ever leave with regrets, but one of the things I wished was something I could see happen because my father really, really, see, I passed the Alabama State Bar and I called him, can never forget, September 25th, 2014. It was 3 a.m. exactly, and I still have the email. I sent you an email like, congratulations, we're pleased to inform you. I was like, I'll be there. And I started, keep in mind, I went to Nigerian law school, came here, went back to law school for a master's, so I have a master's degree in American legal studies. But it's not a 3-year duration like those who go to law school here. So I had to study everything people learn in 3 years in 2 months, sitting for the bar. And then, you have 2 kids that you didn't have help raising. And my kids were 2014, 8 years ago. My kids were 3 and 9 and 3. And my little one was still in, listen. But then, they got email, called my dad, and like, can you believe it? This man is going to tell me, congratulations, Mama Abby. He used to call me Mama Abby. Bokonche, New York. Huh? Like a typical Nigerian father. Like, huh? Do you understand that I got nobody helping me with my kids? I got a husband then that did not care. And I got to go to law school and now do the bar exam. And then you tell me after I passed the bar that it was not a New York bar. It's not the same. If you know be Panadol, no be the same. How is that commercial? Do you understand that? I think a big part of why I decided, this was 2014, 3 years later, to take the New York bar was because I kept hearing my father's voice. Like, it just wouldn't. And the reason for that is this. Back in 2003 was when I originally registered to take the New York bar exam. And my dad did a lot because he had to help me get my transcript from Nigeria, from the Nigerian law school. It was a whole lot that he had to do. And so it really, really was, it wasn't a disappointment, but when I got married and now moved to Chicago and just completely left that, he always said, no matter what you do, remember how much you really wanted to take New York bar. And I know you would always want to do that. Just make sure, no matter how long it takes you, that you do it. And so coupled with the fact that he told me was in Alabama bar exam was in this different New York. So let's just say the biggest license on my wall is my New York license, which I'm not even using. Which I'm not even using. But every single time I look at that license when I go to the office, the very first thing that pops up in my head is my father. I had the biggest cheerleader, and I always see, and there's a photo of my dad in my cabinet. When you look at my, and it wasn't intentional, but when you look at my license, you can see a reflection of his photo in that frame. So for me, it's always like a confirmation, like, okay, now you're satisfied. I'm okay. Don't even worry if we're going to move to New York, but here you go. But congratulations, 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂💏. You have done an amazing job, and be proud of yourself. And I wish you nothing more than God's grace and God's favor and knowledge and wisdom to move among the people, that he will make room for you. He will make room for you in all that your hand finds to do. Like I said, shoot me an email. I may not respond immediately. I don't have the time to mentor anyone again, but I will respond and give you whatever advice I can. So until next time, everybody, I gotta go. It's going to work tonight, and I have to be in court tomorrow morning because I have criminal cases and going to fight for people. But if we can help you with your immigration case, once again, our number is 334-341-4475. You can visit our website at olalayelawfirm.com. Please share this video, like and follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, subscribe to YouTube channel. That would be all much appreciated. And until next time, everybody.